Hey guys, this is Noxsealants, and I don't know about you guys, but growing up, there was nothing that I wanted to do more than make my dad proud of me. I used to really look up to him when I was a kid, so I wanted for him to acknowledge me and my accomplishments. I don't think it's unreasonable for a kid to want to try and make their parents proud of them. They're there when you need them, they work hard to take care of you, they're the reason you're even alive, so of course you'd want them to be proud of you. Moreover, I don't think it's unreasonable for parents to have great expectations of their kids and want them to do better than they did. It makes sense for you to want your kid to do better than you did and accomplish things that you couldn't. They're your kids after all. That being said, parents, you need to know when to stop pushing your kids so hard and to stop dismissing their accomplishments. Just because they're not at the top of their class, the captain of their sports team, or the president of their club, it doesn't mean you shouldn't acknowledge what they've accomplished. All you're gonna end up doing is souring the relationship you have with them and make them resent you. The reason I bring this up is because recently I've been rewatching episodes of Static Shock and came across an episode that goes over this exact subject. This episode really left an impact on me, so I thought I'd go over it on the channel and explain to you why afterwards. The episode in question being Static Shock episode 11, Junior. During a party for the city's local community center, Robert, who runs the center, is left wondering why Virgil was running late, not knowing that his son is Static and that he was in the middle of stopping a robbery. The camera then pans to a kid named Edwin Alva Jr., who seems to be having problems connecting with his father, Edwin Alva Sr. While Jr. is happy to have the chance to spend time with his father, Alva doesn't seem to feel the same way towards his son and sees him more as a disappointment. It doesn't help that later in the party, Jr. brings up his father's recent court hearing to a news reporter, causing Alva to swiftly correct what his son meant before scolding him and walking off. Once he finally shows up to the party, Virgil is quickly spotted by Robert, who scolds his son for being late while also accusing him of being irresponsible lately. And since Virgil can't tell his dad that he's Static, he can't explain why he's been such a flake lately, causing a rift to form in their relationship. Meanwhile, fed up with his dad only ever seeing him as a failure unworthy of his time, Junior decides to steal an experimental gas his father's company has been working on. Using the power of the gas to his advantage, Junior becomes the villain known as Omnifarious and plans to destroy his father's company. Working out the frustration he feels towards his dad not trusting him, Virgil decides to go out and patrol as Static, coming across Omnifarious on the way. Upset with Static for interfering with his plans, Omnifarious attacks him, using the gas to give him a variety of powers. Gaining the power of X-ray vision, Omnifarious uncovers Static's identity before making his escape. Returning home and having a quiet dinner with his father, Junior tries to have a conversation with Alva only for him to quickly shoot down his son's attempt at bonding. Their dinner is then interrupted by one of Alva's employees informing them of Omnifarious' recent actions. Unfortunately, the employee has no idea as to who Omnifarious truly is, angering Alva while amusing Junior. Meanwhile, Robert attempts to try and talk with Virgil, hoping to understand why his son has been so irresponsible as of late. So just a quick side note before I continue, I love that after the scene with Alva blowing off his son not wanting to talk to him, the episode transitions to Robert trying to talk with Virgil. It's a really clever and subtle way to show a contrast between Alva and Junior's relationship with one another in comparison to Robert and Virgil's. While Alva has absolutely no interest in Junior, Robert really cares about Virgil and wants to know what's going on with him. Anyway, although Robert tries to understand his son, they can't seem to mend the rift between them due to Robert not trusting Virgil and Virgil being unable to reveal that he's Static. Suddenly, the house phone rings and interrupts their conversation, leading Virgil to take the phone up to his room to answer it there. As it turns out, it's Alva Jr. calling, threatening to reveal Virgil's secret identity if he keeps interfering with his plans to take down Alva. Undeterred by Junior's threat, Virgil decides to suit up and reveal Omnifarious' identity to Alva before going home to try and reveal he's Static to his father. After all, if Robert was gonna find out that Virgil was Static, he'd rather tell his father himself. Before Virgil arrives back home, his older sister Sharon has a talk with Robert, telling her father to have trust in Virgil because at the end of the day, he's a good kid. Taking Sharon's words to heart, Robert decides to have a talk with his son on the rooftop of their house. He tells Virgil that he trusts in him and that he's proud of him, cutting Virgil off from revealing himself as Static. Once the conversation ends and his father goes back downstairs, an explosion goes off in the distance. It turns out that Alva is trying to capture Junior, causing Virgil to suit up and head over to help. Once he arrives, Static quickly unleashes an EMP on Alva's men, stopping them from attacking Junior while also tiring himself out. Having reached his breaking point, Junior decides to use all of his remaining gas to destroy his father's company building. Unfortunately for Junior, his body can't handle the amount of powers he's getting, causing his body to rapidly mutate until eventually turning to stone. It's a pretty sad yet fitting outcome considering Alva had this to say about his son earlier in the episode.
You've had every advantage and you've done nothing to make me proud of you. Edwin Alva Jr., my legacy. I'd be better off with a statue.
Upset by the outcome, Static expresses regret for telling Alva about his son, having thought that the father and son would be able to work out their problems. With nothing more to say, Static flies away, leaving Alva feeling remorseful for never acknowledging his son. So you might be wondering why this episode left such an impact on me. And before anyone asks, no, I never went through anything like this before. While yes, my parents did place their own expectations of me on me, they would never demean me or brush off any of my accomplishments like Alva Sr. did to Alva Jr. The reason why this episode left such an impact on me is because someday I want to be a father. I want to be able to have a son of my own and have a good relationship with them. And that's why watching a father like Alva treat his son so callously when all Junior wanted was for his dad to acknowledge him bothers me. A parent is a child's world. They truly think highly of them and want for their parents to be proud of them. But some parents don't think about that, and they either push their kids too hard or brush off the good things they've done because it doesn't meet their standards. Like I said before, I'm not telling parents to not have any type of expectations of their kids. Expecting your kids to live up to the responsibilities they've been given and do well academically is completely fair. What I am saying is to help guide them when they fail, scold them when they're being irresponsible, and acknowledge and praise them for their accomplishments, especially when they work hard in order to please you and get you to acknowledge them. Because at the end of the day, doing that is only going to get you closer to your kid. And as a parent, what could be better than that? And with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video and you want to show support, like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and Odyssey. With this being the new year, my goal is to hit 10,000 subscribers, so any and all support is greatly appreciated. Just a quick side note, I know I said that the next video that I would release would be my South Park The Fractured But Whole review, but lately I haven't been feeling very motivated to finish it. I'm still gonna finish it, but trying to do so has been seriously burning me out lately. That's why for every month that my Fractured But Whole review is late, I'll release an analysis video instead. Hope you're having a good start to the new year, guys, and until next time, lights out.